Welcome back, Fighter Jet family. This is your sister, the bondage breaker, soul transformation facilitator, and I am so excited to be here with you today. So, look, the video today is something a little bit different. Let me tell you real quick. All right, so I am watching White Feather Tarot, and I love watching her. White Feather Tarot, I love you. So I'm watching White Feather Tarot, a reading from her, and she puts out a card spread, and as she puts it out, she right before she gets into doing the actual reading, I feel this prompting in myself. My inner guidance tells me to pause the video and read the cards for myself. Now, I stop and I read the cards for myself. And because I'm not affluent in, is that how you say it? In tarot, in reading tarot, Spirit uses just pictures to speak to me. And I have another video I'm gonna let out to show you how that is so real. But anyway, so this video is serving two purposes, serving multiple purposes. One purpose is the message that we have for you today is how to embody what you need to embody in order to go to the next level, and what it is that you need to shift in order to take yourself to that next place in your spiritual growth and in manifestation in your life. Okay, so that's what the message is. It's a wonderful, beautiful message, and that I'm so grateful for Spirit, as to how it came through. The other part of it is I want you to watch closely as I'm reading the cards, because I want you too to understand that you too can read messages from Spirit. Spirit is always communicating to us at all times, and it's just a matter of whether or not you are open to receive. And so all of us can read tarot, all of us can read messages if we allow ourselves to be open. So I want you to pay attention to how I am putting the messages together and how it's resonating with me in order to give me a message that feels in alignment with me. And so that's the other part of this. I want to start releasing videos to help you start to trust your own intuition. And then the other part, which I did not include in the video. So listen, so after I did the reading, I was blown away. I was like, yo, I feel good. I feel complete. But then I'm like, well, shoot, I still have to listen to what White Feather Tarot is saying. So I clicked play, and a lot of what she said resonated as well. So that was just another magical moment. In the description, I tag White Feather Tarot, and I tag the video that I have this screenshot from. And so if you want to go there and listen to that particular reading, you could do that, or just have fun on her channel. Like, she's awesome, wonderful lady. I would love to meet you one day, Reem. So anyway, just had to throw that in there. So look, y'all, I love you. Hit like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. Help a sister out. But let's get right into this video. I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention not only to the message, but to how I receive the message, because I want to turn around and see you do it. I want to turn around and see you do it later. All right. Love you. Bye. Okay. So, what I'm seeing, this is somebody else's tarot spread, but I am looking at this and I felt the urge to pause it right here and say what I was feeling. So I don't know all the tarot cards that well, but I do look at the pictures and feel the energy of the picture and have the intention to feel the energy of the picture. So I'm looking and I'm seeing this top row. I see the sword. I'm like, okay, swords is about, decisions, right? And it's just like laying there. Like, I feel like I just found it. That's how I feel looking at it. Like, I just walked in this part of the ship and boom, I see the sword laying there. Oh, shoot. And so it's like, I'm picking up this sword, making this decision, right? So now we go over and we see totality. We see 5. I'm just noticing the 5 is about change, right? This is the change that needs to happen in you. Um, we see them, these acrobatists, and they're flexible. They're flexible and they're strong. But think about the amount of faith and belief in yourself that's required for you to stretch yourself out like that, just as, oh, just barely holding on with your feet, barely just got my knees and I'm holding on to her, and we're like, the faith in yourself to pull that off. You got to have that. You have to, there's no way that they could do that if they didn't first become trusting. And, look at the card way to the left with the moon, way to the left, trust, right? Becoming trusting. You got to trust yourself, right? Trust that you can do this. You really have to believe it in order to try it and be able to stretch like that and hold on that way. And so look at how she has to bend. She has to be flexible and strong and believe that she can do it. Then we have the card, the letting go, like self-explanatory, duh, just being like, if you're looking at it from the perspective of the plant, hey, the drop dropped on me. I'm not holding on to it. I'm just feeling what it's bringing me in this moment. I'm letting it be what it is, whether I wanted to get wet, whether it, I was looking forward to it because I was hot, I was thirsty. A drop came. I'm going to let it be what it was. Let it be what it is and appreciate what it's bringing. Find a way to appreciate that, right? I'm here. It's happening. And then no matter how good it is, I let it go. I let it be a passing moment. I don't hold on to anything. Just let it go if it wants to go, come if it wants to come. And then if you're from the perspective of the water, then it's like, wherever I land, I'm okay. Right? I'm always going to be all right. So I can let go and surrender to the process. And I'm here on this leaf and I'm enjoying the pause. I'm enjoying the moment. And when I feel the urge and I feel the pulling to go, then I go. I just release and I roll and I let myself be fluid. Right? So the letting go is happening on both ends, from the plant and from the flower. So it's clear that the energy of that card is the energy that's being transmitted to you right now. To be fluid, to be flexible. Look at number 5, totality, to be flexible. And you have the sword, Ace of Swords. Make the decision to do that. And all of that is what makes you the master. That is what you master. So then you go down to the next level and you have the Empress sitting in her chair, nice and pretty. It's a totally different energy. It's like, this is the face. This is what is presented. We're back in 3D world. We just left the inner world. That top row is the inner world. We just left the inner world. Now we're looking at the outer world. That bottom row, that's the outer world. Don't know much about tarot, a whole lot again, but I'm looking at the pictures and I'm seeing the Empress and I'm seeing the freshness of the spring around her, the growth, uh, the youngness, the freshness of the animals in the picture. Brand new butterflies, brand new chicken, brand new whatever that is on her lap. Just fresh. I can smell it. I can smell the card, right? And she's just sitting there, good, fanning, like, I'm straight, right? And then we go to the Ace of Wands, and wands make me, even though it might not be true for tarot, but wands make me feel like magical. Right? It's like it's a wand, a magic wand. And so I see this cheetah's hand. This is me grabbing grabbing the wand. And it looks like a card that's in motion. So the energy of it is like, we're on the move. Let's go. We on the path. Grab this wand. And it's the ace, so it's the beginning, right? So we're beginning this journey where you grabbing this wand. And so it's about to be different. You're about to start a brand new journey. Because first you didn't have the wand. Now you got it. You got one. But then we look over at the 3 and we have 3 of those wands. And again, don't know too much about tarot like that, but I know as those look like Taurus horns or bull horns or something. And I'm noticing that on the same thing on the magician right to the right. So it's almost like you're charging towards that. Like those wands to me is like pointing directly towards that. The sun is a masculine energy, so I see that as action. This is a movement card as well. With those lines at the bottom, they look like a path. So it's like, we are moving and charging forward, taking action, making things happen with our magic wands. So you look at the Empress, she's not working hard. But this is like, to me, representation of what's happening in 3D, right? And then I see magician. So it's like the magician and the wands. That's all that I see on that line. So it registers to me as, this is what you do here on the outside. But what happens on the inside is what's at the top. That you are a master at being flexible and letting go and trusting and having faith and believing in yourself and picking up your sword and swatching. I see the vegetation. I see the going through the woods and just whack, 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 just whacking at overgrownness, but being flexible and willing to go through that, right? I see the sword as the thing that's cutting your path. But this is what needs to happen inside of you, that you are taking that energy and action to let go, that energy and action to be fluid, to be flexible, to trust that you're whacking that sword down this unbeaten path towards that. And that's what's happening on the inside, and becoming the master of that. Like even that intuition on top of his head, to me, I see that white light. I see that as the portal to his crown chakra, intuition heightened on 1,000, completely connected with divine just sitting on top of your head, right? And so you become that. You become that. And you become that. But at the bottom, that next row, that's what you embody. Right? You become the flexible, become the ease, become the flow, right? Be a master at that, become the trust, become the faith. But you embody the magicalness. You embody the action and the outward world that looks like, that you are going with the flow and magically doing it with your wands, making things happen just because you are following that intuition and embodying the magician, the one that has the ability to make things happen, that you understand that you are the magician, that you are the empress, you are the magic. And when you understand that you are the magic and you step into that and totally embody that, I am the magic, and you embody that, while on the inside you become the fluid, the flow, the strength, but flexibility, the trust, the faith, the fearlessness. You become that. You do your work, pick up your sword to make the decision to charge forward, to become that. And what you embody is the magician, knowing that I am that.
right? I'm embodying that. So you are stepping into what it is that you are, but you're allowing yourself to step into that. So you embody it. That is what I see. Whew. Didn't even pay attention to all the other cards. Oh yeah, the man on the sled with the seal. Now that's got to be a wacky ride right there. On that the ice and water. He on water. That has got to be a wacky ride with a seal leading you, right? But he don't look scared to me. Let me see. I can zoom in. Oh, that's a girl. That's a guy. It don't matter. It's both. Going behind that seal and you shaking at those reins like you have something to do with what that seal decision is gonna be. But look at the faith that is being embodied in that. Like, yeah, yeah. Like he actually controlling something, right? But what he doing is he riding the wave. He going with it. He going with it. He's standing up straight as if he's the one leading this, right? He has this faith that it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not a problem. I got these reins and I'm going yah yah and sit up straight and lean to the side and bend and do whatever I need to do, be flexible, whatever I got to do to ride the back of this seal on this sled, right? I mean, I'm seeing the fact that it's a mermaid to me that you know that you are in your element. So you don't have to be afraid because this is where I belong anyway. I'm a merman. It don't matter if I fall off of this. I'll be able to swim, get back up, get back on. I'm good. Like I don't have any fear. So it's the confidence that we picked up on the card at first is now demonstrating itself through that I don't have a reason to be afraid, right? Even if there were legs instead of a fish bottom, the energy is still, I don't have a reason to be afraid. It's not, I don't have a reason to be afraid because I see this, I have that, I know this. No, I don't have a reason to be afraid, period. And that is what him being a merman in this situation is a demonstration to us that we are in our element. We are humans on planet Earth. This is where we belong. This is our element. It's okay. And you can choose to have that much trust that everything is going to be okay. You can choose to believe that. Just like this merman understands he's in his element. So it's okay. And that is what gives him the faith that he knows that I'm good. I'm good either way. So, um, wow. Wow, that was good. That was good. See, I'm looking over at the card that says trust over to the left on the beach. Let me move this. Let's see. Ah, hold up. All right. All right, you see this trust card right here. Right? Over to the left. The beach. What is making me feel like is this is the way trust feels when you really trust it. Like that beach, that calmness, that water just being such a smooth, it's so calm. It's like a silk sheet. That's how it looks. Just right. It looks like it's a nice temperature that night too. just perfect. The air is perfect. Everything is like perfect in this card. And trust feels like that, even though, and now I'm looking at the merman on this wacky ride, even though it looks like that to the world, that you're going fast, you're going wacky, you don't know which direction, you don't know what, anything is possible. You don't know what's going next, what's coming up next. It's happening all so fast. It can look like that to everybody that's watching. And it can actually be happening very fast. But to you, look back at the trust card. To you, it feels like that because there's nothing to be afraid of. And you are going with the flow. So to you, this is how your inner being can be, the calm in the storm, the calm in the wackiness, the calm on the sled being pulled on rough waters by a wacky seal. And you can feel that type of peace and calmness because everything's fine. And you're the empress, you're the magician. Like you are embodying the fact that I am that. I'm the merman. I'm good. Right? I'm the magician. I'm good. I'm the magician. I'm the magician. Right? And that's how you're embodying that in your world, that I am the magician. And your inside, going back to that top row, what's happening on the inside is you are being flexible, right? You are going with the flow. You are letting go. You are allowing yourself to be led, to be pulled. And you're taking action to make sure that you are the master at that. And all while you do that, you embody the fact that you are the magician. So act like it, mofo. Act like you are the magician. She's sitting up here, the Empress sitting up here just as calm, cool, collected. I'm fine. I'm good. And there we go. The man on the sled, the merman on the sled, good on this wacky ride because his insides, because of the work that he's done, that's how it feels now. That trust card, that's how it feels. What a coincidence that this spread would come out. Trust, letting go, and then seeing that flexibility up there. And then you have the master up there in that top row with all of that. And then you have this energy right here to the left of the merman on the seal, like just further drawing attention to the dance that's happening between taking action and being faithful and having belief and going forward with it fearlessly, but also being led, not really knowing which way it's going to go. But like the water on the leaf, just going with it. Man, didn't even look at the grasshopper, not even sure what that top card is saying. And then we have manipulation in the stars. Like we could keep going, but I'm about to let this go. This is an awesome, beautiful reading. I just started this reading. This is what from White Feather Tarot. I love you, White Feather Tarot. You are an amazing woman and have been used so much on my journey. And I'm just watching this video, using my intuition and pick number 2, whatever this one is. And you just laid the cards out. So you haven't even got a chance to like talk about it yet, but I felt the urge to read them for myself because I felt it. So I went with it. And this is what I got. And I realized that this is not just a message for me, of course, like how all of this works. It's not just a message for me. It's a message for anybody who listens to this. So thank you, White Feather Tarot, for being such a demonstration of trust and faith in what it is that you do. And know that it is blessing us and your light is activating ours. And because you're walking in your truth, you are inspiring those of us like me to walk in ours, in mine. And somebody's going to watch this and be like, wow, she really read those cards. And then they're going to try for themselves and find out that we can all connect to the divine and we can all listen to our inner guidance and receive the messages that our soul is asking for. We can all do this, y'all. Look, if you enjoyed this, whatever, I don't know what to call this. Clearly, it's a message for you from Spirit, but it was also a lesson. You know, we both was learning together. For me to stop somebody else reading because I felt called to read it. And then we got to see this together. Like I'm kind of new to this, but I'm not new to following my intuition. I'm new to putting it into a particular area and focusing in on it. And it's amazing. The results that I'm getting, y'all, is worth it. Trust. Like the card say, trust. Lean into it like this acrobat, right? And sit pretty like that empress and embody that jank like that magician and pick up all of those wands and get to manifesting. All right, y'all. So hit like, please, so it can circulate. I would love if you'd like to subscribe and stay and come back for some more of this soul food for your soul growth. I'm April Jett, the bondage breaker, your soul growth transformational facilitator. I love you, Fighter Jet family.